My name is Mason. Welcome to my channel, Bread and Babies. Today, I'll be teaching you how to make an easy sourdough bread. Sourdough bread is great for you because of its fermentation process. It has a lower glycemic index, it's easier to digest for people with gluten sensitivities, and it tastes great. You don't need a lot of supplies to make sourdough bread. You will need mixing bowls, wooden spoons, a food scale, Dutch oven, and a dough hook or stand mixer. Sourdough does not require many ingredients either. You will need a fed sourdough starter. Mine is rye, but yours can be any type of starter. It should just be bubbly and fed and ready to use at this point. You will need whole wheat flour, all-purpose flour, salt, water, and honey. So let's get started in making some bread. Your first step is going to be to measure out 350 grams of all-purpose flour and add that to a large mixing bowl. Next, you'll measure out 150 grams of whole wheat flour and add to the mixing bowl that contains the all-purpose flour. Don't worry if you're a few grams over or under, just get it as close as you can. Measure out and add 370 grams of lukewarm water to the flour mixture. Add 100 grams of your fed and bubbly sourdough starter to your flour and water mixture. Stir this with a wooden spoon until it becomes a shaggy dough. This does not have to be perfect, and then let this sit for 30 minutes to autolyze. Measure out and add 20 grams of salt to the mixture. My kids really love helping me add these small items in. Next, add 1 tablespoon of honey. Now use your dough hook or stand mixer to mix the dough between 3 and 5 minutes. Lightly coat a mixing bowl with olive oil and make sure to rub the oil all the way up the sides of the bowl. Turn the mixture out into the bowl and cover with a damp tea towel so that it does not dry out. Let this mixture sit covered for 30 minutes before starting stretch and folds. Now start doing stretch and folds. You will need to do 3 of them, at least 30 minutes apart. You will begin by grabbing one side of the mixture and pulling it all the way apart. Rotate the bowl 4 times and repeat this. When you're finished with stretch and folds, cover the mixture and allow it to sit out at room temperature overnight. I usually start this recipe around dinner time so that it can rise while I'm sleeping, and then I wake up early the next morning to continue. When you wake up the next morning, lightly coat a Banneton basket in all-purpose flour. If you don't have a Banneton basket, that's fine. You can cover a bowl with a tea towel and coat that with flour, and it will work just the same. Lightly coat your work surface in all-purpose flour so that you can turn your dough out onto it and it won't stick. Lightly coat your dough in all-purpose flour so that you can score it and shape it without it sticking to your hands. Begin to build tension with your dough. I like to do this by rotating it through my hands and massaging it with flour. When your dough is shaped, flip it over so the same side is up and place it in your Banneton basket or bowl with a tea towel and flour. Place your dough in the refrigerator to cold proof for at least 2 hours. Preheat your Dutch oven to 500 degrees for about 45 minutes. When this is complete, you can turn your dough out onto parchment paper and score it. Place your dough in the preheated Dutch oven and allow it to bake with the lid on for 25 minutes. After 25 minutes, remove the lid and allow it to bake for about another 20 minutes or until it becomes brown and crispy on the edges. Allow this to cool completely and enjoy your hard work. It tastes wonderful. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this.